around you, the the earth gives everything that you need, but just kind of more like altruistic, spiritual things. And I'm like, yes, motherfucker, I agree, but you still have to grow shit in the ground, and it takes time, and you need to eat that shit. If you can't just go to the fucking grocery store and get all of the stuff that you used to, because every country and every city and state is not exporting food anymore because they're trying to feed their own people. So like, even him, it's like, I was asking him like, hey, do you have extra rice and beans just in case shit gets bad? And his response was, if you look around, the earth provides what you need. I'm like, that wasn't my fucking question, nigger. My question was, do you have enough fucking rice and beans? Not, so anyways, I'm obviously frustrated. I'm kind of venting to you, but it's like, can everyone just stop living in denial for fucking 2 minutes, please? Please. It's really annoying. It's really fucking annoying.
I need to go to the market this weekend to buy my beans and stuff.
Yeah.
And the grandfather of Leonor, Miriana's dad, he's all into that, like plants and stuff. And he's even like thinking on start a business to make. Well, he already does it, but he wants to go like more mainstream on selling plants and seeds and
that's cool.
home
That's super cool.
home growing stuff and
Yeah.
so
This
yeah.
is your who is this?
It's my ex father-in-law.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, I mean he's
Yeah.
like I said, he does it like that's his main income, but
Huh?
now he wants to do it with like like for everybody because
Yeah, yeah,
he knows like that people's gonna need that and
yeah.
so yeah, he has the advantage in that matter in a
Yeah.
way. So right now it's funny because I mean he's working with her daughter Miriana, Leonor's mom, and I help them like like on creating a logo and
Oh, cool.
with
Yeah,
with the girl I'm dating, she's making like the packaging for the plants and seeds and all
yeah.
that. So we're starting to adapt, man, because
Uh-huh. Yeah.
like you said, I mean, and I try to tell this to everybody, like, man, this is for the long run, so
Yeah.
it's not gonna like just finish now. I mean, maybe the pandemic part is gonna be over in a couple of months, or I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, the economical impact, the social impact, even the way we interact,
Yeah.
the way we study, like all that, it already changed, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
we better be ready, cause yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that's great to hear. What you said, you kind of told me a little bit of you making the logo or whatever, and I didn't realize it was for that. Like, that's so cool. Obviously, I'm in Hawaii here, so I don't know how, but I fully support that and would help in any way possible. I don't know what I could do, but I'm all about that shit right now. Like, what are these new startup ideas that are looking at the situation and really providing value? And what's great about them, obviously, is it's not like a new thing. He's been doing it for 25 years or whatever. So it's cool that they're already in that world and then wanting to expand that. So cool, man. Yeah, please keep me updated on what they're doing, because I might I might want to use some of the stuff they know or their techniques here in Hawaii, because I think it's kind of the same situation. It's like, can we have ways to grow food in interesting ways, whether it's indoors or outdoors, quickly,
Yeah, man.
help feed people because already.
This
Go ahead.
this guy, you know, like Miriana's father, like he's been doing it for years now.
Mm-hmm.
Like the, I don't know. He's always been very paranoid about like the end of the world and you know. And yeah, man. In 2000, he had a bunker ready with food and then you know like not
Yeah.
maybe not like in a pandemic way, but he like
Yeah.
aliens or meteorites or whatever
Yeah.
the
Whatever.
reason he was
Something.
always like thinking on like autonomy and uh, permacultive. How do you say that in English?
Yeah,
Per,
just like resilience and sustainability.
permacultive culture, or how do you say it in English?
Yeah, permaculture, I guess.
Yeah, permaculture. So yeah, like you know, you have to grow your own stuff. You have, you know, to fight the economic system. Because yeah, man, now it's clearer than ever that it's not working,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and it's funny too that the people that were like on the fringes and are like the crazy people or the people that just did not give a fuck what people thought, it's like those people are now more becoming more important and people are like listening to. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, now that someone like that is extremely fucking valuable that's been thinking about this for, you know, like you said, he was doing this shit in 2008.
Yeah,
So, good to have those people in your life.
yeah,
So,
man.
what are they?
Yeah, like you say, man. Like when you write, most of the time people are gonna say you're crazy and that you're out of your mind, and maybe they're gonna yeah push you away. But that's probably because you have the truth, right? Because you're right.
Mhm,
So
exactly.
that's usually what happens, and when that becomes real, everybody's like, "Oh, he was a visionary,"
Yeah.
right?
Where and the thing is, but which keeps like on. It's so weird to observe is when people give me their response back, it's not like it's like, oh yeah, you know what, I could totally see that. That makes sense. I'm actually think my perspective is a little flawed or wrong. It's a short answer. There's no deep thought in it, and it's not in depth. So that's the other thing that's really alarming. It's not like the people that are debating me or like arguing with me have deep reasons that you can like think on and fucking work through. It's like, no, you're wrong. You just don't know enough. It's like that's the thing that's fucking crazy, like more alarming if that makes sense. It's like, you know, and the thing is, I think at the end of the day we'll probably still be fine, like long run, like over the 5 year, because we'll think of creative ways to grow shit quickly. We'll figure out supply chains, but in the meantime, between now and 2 to 3 years, you know, that's gonna be rocky. Like, and unfortunately, at least in America, the people on the homeless people, the people that are just extremely poor, those are the ones that are gonna hurt the worst. Those are the ones that are the most fucked. So, um, I'll be fine. My family will be fine. You'll be fine. But it's gonna be tough for a lot of fucking people. And it's cool that. How do you pronounce your? How do you pronounce Lenore's mom
Miri Ana.
name? Mediana. Okay,
Yeah.
that's easy. Mediana.
It's like Mariana but with an I. Miri
Yeah.
Ana.
Cool. But yeah, I was saying like with her, it's cool with people like her dad and they're doing stuff like that to try to help, because obviously, I mean, the main thing, we're gonna have water, most likely electricity is still gonna be around, but we gotta figure out food generation. That's the next killer innovation, because we benefited from this world of globalization where you have these massive farms, and because they're so big, you can get costs down because you're producing so fucking much. When that goes away and you're producing way less and you don't have that like scale machine, everything skyrockets up, and then even access to that stuff completely dwindles. Like, that's what I don't think people get, which I have probably a better understanding of because I've made shit in China and had to figure that out. But like, it's not that it just like kind of gets worse. It's like the whole fucking thing crumbles, and then you gotta like catch it up from the bottom. So, you know, and it's funny. I'm having these like kind of, I'm like thinking back like over the last few years. I'm like, man, some spiritual energy or something was telling me this was happening or gonna happen or whatever. Because I remember like, Renee, I would go into the grocery store and be like, dude, this is crazy that we like, I'm in Hawaii and these blueberries are from fucking Florida. And these fucking peaches are from fucking Kazakhstan or whatever the fuck. It's like all over the planet. It's like, this just doesn't seem like it can last forever. I remember having this thought. The point I'm making is that, I don't actually remember the fucking point I was making. But it just, it was, you know, you could see it coming. You could, if you looked, you could see it coming. It's like, oh, I know. I was talking about, yeah, just globalization. So, yeah, now that everyone's going to be making their own food locally and not shipping anywhere else, the places that cannot grow their own food locally and the places that have a lot of people for that population that can grow locally, I don't know how that survives once you get through, once you actually see the supply chain disruption, which probably isn't going to realistically be here for another 6 months. Right? Because like my ex-girlfriend's comment, she's like, oh, clearly with China stopping production, it didn't stop anything. Like, the rice we're eating now, the beans we have now, the canned foods we have now, that was like grown 9 months ago, packaged 6 months ago, and has been sitting in a warehouse for 3 months and then got shipped out. Like, we haven't seen, it's not like a rice thing grows and immediately it's in a bag and then in your fucking store. It's like, that's time, and I think people are miscalculating that component of the time, yeah, just the time component of fucking global shipping.
Yeah, man, here people is more worried about shortage of beer than anything than anything else, man. No, really, man. Like, because like a couple of weeks ago, like Corona announced that they're stopping production, obviously, and it was like, no, man. If there's no beer, man, it's gonna be chaos, man. Riot.
Yeah, I know, man. It's in times like this, people need medication like beer or some fucking psychedelic or. So, yeah, and you know, again, we're human, we're amazing, we're gonna figure it out, but I think there's still a big kick on the balls we're gonna have, and in 5 years we're fine. I feel for sure, but in the 2 to 3, it's shitty. So. So actually, let me ask, and your Vinyana, do they have a website, and like, are they selling kits, or like, what's the service they're trying to provide to other people?
They don't have a website. I don't think so. Let me ask you.
Cause yeah, I mean, I see that being like a huge new industry. Two things. One is simple, easy kits you can order or just make because you have the instructions for free. But like food growth and farming, like outside, like with a raised bed or something like that, and trying to just like churn out food out of those things. So I feel like a lot of houses and places in the future that have yards will have gardens of some sort.
Yeah,
And
or in their roofs or in their
yeah,
walls or
exactly. Yeah, on the roof and then on the inside too, right? So like whole hydroponic world. Yeah, basically. I mean, any where there's fucking area, it doesn't have to be a garden. It's roof. It's fucking side of your wall. It's your garage.
yeah. So I'm not sure, but what I understand is like um, obviously like consultancy
Mm-hmm.
uh, and setting up, like going to your house and setting up your home garden, but also like kits, like takeaway kits where you have an already grown. I mean, in Spanish we say plantula, like when it's already like like small.
Yeah, like starters. I think they
Yeah,
call them like so many. Yeah, exactly.
yeah. So you don't have to like work with the seed and all that, but
Mm-hmm.
you can already like put the spinach or the tomato in there and
Yeah.
like you like the way you have it. So I think that's like what they want to do, like you can buy like whatever vegetable and you just like ask for them, like the
Mm-hmm.
salad for ¿cómo se dice? Servicio a domicilio when they deliver home. I would say that. Yeah, but that's mainly
So,
it, like selling the starter kits
yeah,
and obviously like consultancy services and
yeah,
uh, maybe like even like online courses and stuff like that.
yeah,
Because like I said, he's already been doing it for like years now, and he has like already started communities. Well, I don't know if communities, but like private initiatives in different
yeah,
towns where they are self sufficient. They grow their own foods and
yeah.
they have a well maybe. And
Right. One thing I would wanted to explore, and who knows if this will last, but I problem with me is I always have like these ideas, like
like
not all
look,
of them can. Some of them do like the fucking cartoon and some shit, but a lot don't. Point is I've been having this idea of like,
look.
can you?
This is from him.
Cool.
Am I sharing my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
So it's Permavera, right? But it's like mostly courses. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like work in progress, I guess. That's the guy.
Awesome, dude. He's a great person to know right now. Um, Cause like I want to know, can you hydroponic potatoes? So can you take like things you find that are free or cheap? So like a 5 gallon uh, like bucket or just like a big thing you get at Costco, like a tub. Can you hydroponic a potato in there and then um, what I've seen people do is they put tires around these potatoes, like kind of what I showed you outside, and then like when the green part grows, they'll put like paper, like newspaper shreddings around it to kind of act as like more leaves, and then it'll kind of grow up, and then they'll put another tire up and kind of just kind of build this like internal scaffolding. But the thought is can we grow potatoes without soil indoor with good light? So I feel like if you could do that, that might be a good thing to like sell or show people how to do. It's like, what's the most calorie dense food, and can you hydroponic it without? So because how many people in the world, especially in cities, like they are not. There's you're not growing shit in Vegas ever. Nothing like the soil there is not. You just can't fucking grow anything.
I don't know, but I just
I
asked
don't know.
her.
Maybe it's a bad idea.
I I think
Yeah.
you probably can, man. Like, but I'm not sure. But I think what he does, he builds like some water system, like homemade water system. I don't know how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Or like he
Up like
prepares
soil.
or he prepares the soils in a way with like layers of stuff, like to have like the proper levels of pH and that sort of things.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not, I don't know. I just know like
Mm-hmm.
the things that Miriana sometimes tell me. And
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, he's very accessible. In fact, I'm starting to teach her other daughter Procreate and like art lessons periodically, so I might start asking him questions about
Yeah.
all this. Cause yeah, man, who knows? Maybe we can go and preach the word in Hawaii.
Yeah. And like, you know,
I mean, he
tell.
travels. He travels a lot to like give courses
Yeah.
and prepare people to.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it'd be cool to, yeah, fly him out here or do an online course or whatever. Like that would be killer. Again, I could be wrong, but I don't know. Well, and here's the thing, I'm not wrong because look at the fucking data. Uh, just last week or weekend, I forgot the date, but there was like 60,000 people in Oahu in line for fucking food because they're already handing out like food as like in the Great Depression they had soup lines because there was no fucking food, so people would stand in line for hours waiting for a fucking bowl of soup. It's not like that now. They're giving out bread and rice and shit, but
it already
this is
started.
happening before shit's really gotten bad. So again, the writing's on the wall. I only see that going one way for a bit, and that means a lot of people are gonna need food. And yeah, so yeah, just keep me updated. I'd love to know what's going on with that and see how it goes because in the next 6 months or so,
It's gonna be hard.
well, I'll tell you who it's gonna be a lot less hard for is the people that are fucking thinking about it now and planning about it now versus someone that's gonna get slapped in the face in fucking 5 months because they lived in denial or whatever land they lived in. You know, it's like why do we have trust in that the people that created this situation in the first place are figuring it out? Like, what? Why are we so confident that they're just like figuring out our supply chain, food chain? Like, what? And I think too, really, it's just people feel like they can't do anything and they're hopeless anyways. So it's like it's easier to go that route because really, like, what's my ex-girlfriend gonna do? Fucking just start a garden on her own when she's got other shit to do. It's like, even if she agreed with me, it's like she's not gonna do anything about it. So I get it. I get why people are just in denial.
But yeah, they need to be ready. And I think what you're doing is the way to go, man. Like I told you, not even with this crisis and situation. I mean, it's like it's better to be self-sufficient. You don't know what can happen, and you become a more efficient human being, and right, like
And I kind of had this epiphany the other day too. I'm like, okay, we have jobs. Like you're told when you're a kid that you need a job, and that makes sense because like there's shit you have to buy. One of the main things you're buying is food to fucking feed your face because you need food. So it's like you go to work to buy food, to pay for rent in a place. Some people own, some people rent. It doesn't really matter. It's the same shit. Like you're just living somewhere. And like a vehicle and gas. And then, you know, like clothes and shit. But I'm like, if one of the main things you go to work for is to make money to buy food, like it'd be cool to at least, you know, I'm not saying you need to grow 100% of your food, but like, could you at least fairly easily grow 50% of it? It's like, man, then you're not like having to make more money to pay taxes on that to buy the food. You're just buying the food, or you're just growing the food. So, you know, that'd be cool if like me or you or just people in general, like half of your food was in your garden and you just watered it a few times a fucking week. You know, and that's kind of like a mini part-time job. But then I think the point I'm trying to make, the epiphany, is the amount of energy that you need to put into growing your own garden, assuming you have the space, is less than the amount of energy you need to go work to make money to buy the food that you were fucking.
yeah,
I don't know if that makes sense, but
yeah, it makes sense.
it's, you know, it's easier said than done. It's like everyone that lives in a city, it's like there's not a lot of space for people to just like, oh, I'm gonna grow my own food. Kind of have to have a special area to do that.
I don't like this one.
Yeah.
Man, it's super.
And then it seems too like, you know, we'll see how it shakes out, but it's not like we had a crisis like an asteroid hit and then all of a sudden you feel like, okay, the asteroid hit and then now we can like go back to work and start rebuilding. It's like these rolling waves of lockdowns and not going out and not being productive. So that's the other like X factor that's really making this longer and a bigger deal. Is it's not like at least at like 9/11, like when that shit happened in the States, at least people are like, oh shit, now we can just go rebuild and get crazy and get out of this. It's like, yeah, well, maybe in a month or two you can kind of work on it again.
Yeah.
And maybe there'll be another lockdown. So, I mean, this is all shit, you know, I'm just fucking talking out loud, but there's these extra elements to this overall picture that make it a bigger deal.
Being part of history, man.
Yeah. And you know, and I don't believe in like I'm kind of spiritual, but it's not like I'm a hippie where I think like everything happens for a reason. But like, it's cool that for whatever reason that I now live in a place that even has a yard like that for me to do that. Like all other places I lived in Hawaii didn't. So, you know, it's not like I had the foresight to know this was coming, but something in my mind or something told me that I really need to have a place like this. And
How long have you been there?
a while, like, fuck, I don't know, probably 4 years, 3 years.
Okay.
Who knows? I mean, you justify everything, but it's nice. I'm grateful for whatever reason happened that had me live here.
Good decisions.
What's that?
Good decisions. I mean, like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and two, it was like I even had to move over here in the first place just because I was getting out of like the whole time shift thing. I was getting into astronomy, and I needed to be closer to the Institute for Astronomy. So that was actually the main reason, is I was like trying to go to college and like do a new path in astronomy, which is why I even moved here. But yeah, man, we're gonna be fine. Like you and me, we're gonna be okay. It's not gonna be easy, but
that's the idea.
What's that?
That's the idea, but yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, you and me and people like us, we've already struggled, dude. I mean, being an entrepreneur, grinding out 2D nuts, fucking figuring that out, that takes just like, we have what it takes to figure it out. Because we've been getting kicked in the balls for the last fucking decade, you know?
That's true. Yeah, like, cause a lot of people is now thinking on like entrepreneurship and independence, and like people are seeing their jobs crumbling, you know, like. So, and they really get scared of the idea of like starting over, and
yeah,
for us it's like
that's a Tuesday. That's that's like it's like I have to rethink everything every fucking week. It's like this shit's not
yeah.
Like how do I completely change my frame of mind to figure out how I can fucking so yeah, and I'd like to, is like out of this more entrepreneurship to be taught in schools. Like everyone needs to have at least some level of entrepreneurship, and you can apply that to cooking or whatever the fuck, doesn't matter. But it's a really important skill set. Yeah, exactly. So, damn.
So you're
so the guy
staying
who
like.
does my hair.
What?
Go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I was just asking, like, you're really, really committed to the quarantine, right?
Not.
Or not?
Kind of. Like I still go out and like to the grocery store, and I've been buying shit from my garden. And I did go into the office the other day, but yeah, for the most part, I'm just staying in, working from home, and just trying to. Because one thing I'm trying to do is just make my house as cool as possible. Because really, to be honest, I'm normally a messy person, just because I live alone, and it's like I don't, whatever. It's like when there's people here, it's all nice and tidy. But when I'm by myself, I don't. It's like if I had a kid or something, it'd be a lot more tidy. Or if I had a girlfriend, it'd be tidier. What I'm trying to make is I'm putting a lot of effort into just making my house as cool as possible, so that I want to be here, so that I'm like I feel relaxed and like happy to be here for days on end.
Yeah, I'm also trying to do that, man, but it's hard with a new dog, man. It's like, oh, at last I finished mopping, and 3 seconds after that,
Yeah.
there's a fucking new piece of shit in the stairs.
Right. Right. I know. It's work, dude. It's so much work to like just keep up. You know, just after yourself. It's like we're dirty, nasty people.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, I'm kind of sticking to it, and plus too, like in the U.S., you have to have like your car needs to be registered, and like you have to do these stupid fucking certifications. And I'm just lazy, and it's expensive, so I haven't. And now that the National Guard is like doing these checkpoints, I don't really want to drive around all that much, because they're gonna be like, "Why the fuck don't you have a registration?" And then I'm gonna have to figure out some creative story.
Yeah, I also was like very, I don't like, like behind my payments and all that on my car.
Yeah.
But like what, like I don't know, a couple of months ago we decided to sell the car
Oh, cool.
to get a new one. Well, not a new one, just
Yeah, new one for you.
yeah, and also because this car I bought it with Miriana, so we want to split the money, and
Yeah.
everyone has their own cars and stuff. So I paid everything. I don't know, man. I owe like a ton of money, man, like a lot. But like the week after I paid, I got a fucking ticket because
Uh,
I partied too hard one day, and I left my car. I mean, in the night it was okay. I parked it in I don't know, in the street, but I didn't realize, and I overslept in the party. We stayed like till the next day partying. So the next day when I went pick up my car, it was like it had this fucking ticket, like for like thousands of pesos, and I'm like, fuck, man.
Jeez.
Now I need to pay again. So I went to the place to pay, and they, because if you pay like in the first 5 days after you get the ticket, they give you a discount, like 50% discount. So I was like, I definitely want to do this, and I went to this place, but no, for this kind of ticket you don't have a discount. If you want, okay, ponte jaboncito, mi amor. So if you want a discount, you need to take a course and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, I took the course, but I don't know when's that gonna happen because So yeah. And
so this was recently, like you actually haven't even done the course yet.
Yeah.
Fuck.
¿Qué onda, Leo? ¿Qué te he dicho? Que no agarres el iPad y el animal, ¿verdad? Ya. O gato o iPad. ¿Entendiste por qué? No me hagas esos ruidos. ¿Entendiste? Contéstame. Contéstame, por favor. ¿Qué eres? ¿Un animal? Ya nada de iPad, ¿eh? Hasta que dejes al animal. Sorry for that. I'm streaming, by the way, so everybody saw that. So.
Oh.
Yeah, but she's playing with the cat and
Streaming?
what? Yeah. She's playing with the cat and watching the iPad and
Really?
what?
Oh no! I misunderstood. I thought you said we were streaming. Like,
Yeah, we are. I am.
or are we? Oh. All right. Well, that's fine. I don't know what the fuck I said, but
Well, I think so. I don't know. Sometimes the internet is so
it's true.
bad. The internet is
Yeah.
so
No,
so
whatever. I
bad.
stand behind everything I've been saying. The internet is what?
So bad that I'm not sure I have a proper stream going on.
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Um, what were you saying before that though?
I don't know. That Leonor was playing with the iPad, you know,
Yeah.
and she's also playing with the cat, and she just dropped the iPad to the floor,
Uh,
screen down, and I'm like, come on.
of course.
Nothing happened, but I was like,
No.
Mira el gato gordo. El gato más gordo de todos.
no está tan gordo.
Engordó más.
Que está mojado.
No sé.
Yeah, man, this face looks way better because
Yeah, for sure. Renee, what were we just talking about? I felt like we were going down a couple paths of some.
we were talking about, well, we passed economy, self-sufficient, autonomy, entrepreneurship.
Yeah, I think it was probably that. That's what I was thinking. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Starting over.
Yeah. So, so the guy who cuts my hair, awesome dude. Also, kind of one of my Bitcoin friends. Like one of the reasons I'm more into Bitcoin, like I was before, but him being so into it has really kind of got me interested. But anyways, he just sent me a link. And, you know, again, more stuff that I've been saying. He just sent me a said this, and I haven't read the article yet. But he's like,
What does it say?
he said, so bleak, I couldn't even finish reading the article. He said, I can't imagine how I'll have a business in Hawaii again. Most people are not going to have money to spend. And I think some of the reality of he's kind of sinking, and there's this like Wall Street Journal article. I'll send it actually to you. I haven't read it yet, but it's where's Renee? It's just about like the second round of like coronavirus layoffs. People, you know, even white collar people are going to lose their jobs. And, you know, it's like all shit that Hawaii is about, travel, food, retail. It's like those are the most affected. You know, Renee, actually, I made a fun little video.
What's that noise?
I sent it in WhatsApp. I'm like a one early stages of trying to understand shit. And like just trying to learn as much as possible. But I made this like
Ya sabes, Leo.
chart
Con
that was
cuidado.
kind of interesting. It's helpful for me to kind of understand the businesses that are the most fucked and the things that we need to focus on now.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you see that triangle?
What triangle? Where are you?
I sent you a message in WhatsApp.
Let's see.
You know, I just have a basic understanding of stuff, but I'm trying to like, this helps me make sense of what the hell's going on.
You did this?
Yeah, just it was like an idea I had percolating for a few days, and then
Jats and Starbucks.
yeah, and
Vacations. Damn, man, vacations are high. No wonder why I haven't taken those in a while. What silverware?
And I put Starbucks up there with yachts because it is the same thing. Like in a price, last thing you're wanting to do is $7 double frap grande macchiato or whatever the fuck. It's like they're gonna be hurting pretty bad once they get that.
Yeah, man, I'm buying my fucking coffee in in bags and fucking sucks water.
Yeah.
Money. What do you think about? Because I mean, I see money there. It's very low.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think of trading? You know, like.
Yeah.
I would say that. Yeah, trade.
Yeah, trading in barter. Yeah. So.
Let me just get a bit more of water, please.
Yeah.
I hear you. No.
Yeah.
¿Y otra vez tiraron mi cojín? Yeah, you were saying, sorry?
Yeah, no, it's a very good point. I'm glad you brought it up because to me, it's like the whole point of it was like, what is the minimum that you need to survive? So at the very bottom is obviously food and water and shelter, and then the step up above that is money. But yeah, probably a more better way to phrase that is more just like trade of value. So whether it's in money or you're trading a loaf of bread for fucking a cow, exactly, it's the same thing. It's like, how are you trading your value to other people? And you know, it could be dollars, it could be trade, it could be Bitcoin. It's that whole idea.
Yeah.
For sure. Because you know, once you have your basic, you're like, okay, I'm actually eating, I have food. Then it's like, and I guess that's part of it too. If you have no money, then how are you getting food? But the point is once you have your belly full, then you're thinking about money, acquiring it so that you can get more food and, you know, buy a refrigerator so that you don't have to find it every day or whatever.
Sí, mi amor morado. Sí, el morado, el amarillo está horrible. Do you have pets?
No, I don't. No pets. I'm about to have some pet potatoes and tomatoes. Do you? Oh, you have a cat, right?
I have 2 cats and a dog, man.
Oh, I didn't know you had a dog.
Yeah, it's new. It's right there.
I can't see. I'm looking at the screen. Your screen.
Yeah, look. Nina.
I only see her, Lenore.
Ven.
I don't see the dog.
Ven. She's black, so maybe. Ven.
Oh, is it at the foot of her? Is her foot on?
Yeah, it's here.
Oh yeah, it was like just out of screen. How adorable. What's its name?
Nina.
Mina.
Nina.
Awesome. When did you get that?
She's been here for a couple of weeks now. No, I mean she's great. It's really. I mean it's been a while since I have a dog, but now I'm really happy. You know, it's really a good companion.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, like I said, like now that you mentioned that, you know, you try to keep your house clean, and you know, because you're more around and all that. I mean, no man, a dog is like fucking crazy shit, man.
Right. Then you put a dog into the mix and it's running around and like.
Yeah, man, it's like, oh yeah, oof. After 2 hours, I just finished cleaning up the house. You just turn around and there's a new ship right there staring at you. Yeah.
Like really?
But I mean, they've been like Leonor, they've been, you know, like they're now best friends and
Yeah, of course.
sisters.
Obviously.
Well, yeah, I don't know if that's where does a pet goes in this pyramid.
Oh,
Cause I mean, I sometimes it's. I mean, it's. I know. I don't know if it's a luxury, man. You know, like.
yeah. I mean.
Cause we don't need it. I mean, it's more like. I mean, it's a living being, and I don't bought her. I'm. You know, I adopted her.
Yeah, I'd say it's in between red and orange. It's like right above.
In this white line.
No, even below that, below
Yeah,
personal
like
transportation.
here.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, cause I mean, it's a safe dog. You know, it's not like
Yeah.
I bought it. It's a rescue dog,
Mhm.
but still, I mean, it costs. You know.
Yeah.
But who knows? If everything goes bad, I can always eat it. So.
Right. Exactly. Or train it to kill other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
I mean, really, that's what dogs are, right? They're wolves, I guess, that we domesticated. So that's technically they were like helpers in getting us the fucking food. So they could be all the way at the very, very low.
Yeah. Okay, man. I guess I have to go.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's almost done.
Love it, dude.
Let me show you the previous one. Oh no, this is not it. Fuck.
And then Renee, this is kind of cool that it gives us, you know, this whole China deal. This gives us a new, like maybe we can work out the finances where we can get it all made in Mexico, or I'll obviously look in the U.S. and see if there's cheap manufacturers. But you know, point I'm making is now this is an opportunity to maybe get some of the book shit or things we need made in Mexico. Because U.S. is going to be expensive, so maybe do everything over there,
Yeah.
like the book printing or any of some of the other rewards we might have.
Yes. But I don't know, man. Like prints and all that shit. I don't know what's gonna happen. Because I was talking yesterday with a friend also. I mean, he's probably one of the wealthiest friends I have. Or well, well, yeah, he hangs out with a lot of wealthy people. And he was telling me like, there's a guy that works the field. You know, he grows beans and stuff. But what?
It was kind of cutting out. It was like every other word I was hearing.
Yeah, sorry that this guy he knows a lot of wealthy people, and he was telling me like, for instance, there's this guy that produces coffee, you know, like, but yeah, he sells coffee. He has a brand, like a big brand, and he also imports food from I don't know from where, exports and imports, and he mainly produces like chicken soup, or how do you say, like the blocks of chicken you put in the
Yeah, like broth, chicken broth.
chicken broth, and even like instant soups, and that's it. The sort of things he sells and imports. Me gusta más la arcoiris. And like he was like having a very hard time, And another guy that works in the field
Yeah.
that grow. I think he grows, but like in a massive way, like food, like beans and stuff, or I don't know what. And he's also having a bad time. Like all these rich, wealthy people,
Yeah.
like they're really struggling, man.
Yeah. Exactly. All levels, which is crazy. And it's like, who isn't struggling right now? That's gonna tell us what we need to be doing and focusing on and working on. Like, who is in general in a more positive mood? Whose industries is at least okay, not zero, but at least some business. And it's food, it's healthcare. I mean, we know what the fuck it is, but your point's well taken. It's crazy to see that, like, even people you would never imagine not doing well are like, fuck.
Yeah. So I updated this too.
I was gonna say, dude, the lights look unbelievable. You crushed that.
And I removed the stairs. I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember. I mean, I was like, man, we're in space. She can float.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Right? Yeah, great point. Good job.
And I don't know if you remember, she also had like, it was like inside a cage, but I don't know, I just felt looked better, cleaner
Yeah.
without it.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
And I added,
More open and
I added a bit more depth into this part,
yeah.
so it has more
Yeah,
clean
good job
clean
on that.
space.
That feels more like the world or whatever.
Yeah. And this cloudy spiral there, so yeah.
Cool. Love it.
So now I think these are the last two pages, 28, 29,
Cool.
and I'll start working on the text.
Awesome. Yeah. You're moving along, so that's great. And then yeah, we just need some samples. After it's done, then we need to get some samples from if
Moti.
anyone's making samples.
Yeah.
And then then we can transition, I think, into Kickstarter kind of crowdfunding design.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, man. Good seeing
awesome.
you as
Good
always.
chatting with you.
Yeah,
Let
let's
me know
talk.
if you know anything new.
Let's talk more often.
Yes,
Okay,
for sure.
Bye.
Bye, Lenore. Have a good day. Have
Te hablan,
fun.
Leo. Dile bye.
Bye, Patty.
Bye.
All right.
Bye. Pues muchas gracias a las personas que estuvieron. Yo sé que ahora pues no fue un video, un stream común, ¿no? Parecía que no había un objetivo, pero pues fue una charla del fin del mundo. Mientras pintaba algo de Lana y Ardi, también les tocó ahí ver un poco de regaños de paternidad, pero pues es parte del show. Espero les haya gustado. Y ya saben, apoyen este tipo de cotorreos, ¿no? La idea es compartir trabajo. Digo, tengo varias series de videos, ¿no? Este es más como pues chambear y cotorrear. Pero igual, siéntanse libre de comentar, dar sugerencias. Y pues seguirnos en las redes sociales. Y por supuesto, compartan el canal, inscríbanse, denle click en la campanita. Y pues muchas gracias. Hasta la próxima. Chao, babies. Solo que no sé. Vamos a ver. No